Dr. Asa, should I start?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Welcome to all the participants. I'm very happy that today is the last day of our FDP. I never knew that days just passed off. Hope you all know Indrajit sir has already taken a session for all of us on the security aspects of cloud couple of days back. So sir is again with us today to share his expertise on NoSQL database and how that can be used in cloud environment. So I welcome you sir this morning for the session. Over to you sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, and thank you to all the participants. So let us start with today's presentation. So let me know my slide is visible to all of you.
Yes sir.
Yeah, thank you. So, okay, just wait. Okay, so I hope in this FDP there are many sessions conducted over the cloud services, and kind of the hands-on also. So today's session is dedicated for NoSQL databases. So before moving on NoSQL databases, I'll try to give a brief introduction about the database in terms of the SQL, in terms of the problem related to the data, how we can handle the data. Then we will move on the NoSQL databases and it's important on the clouds platform. Okay, so as of now, I think all of you are aware what is the importance of the data. Why? Because you know very well now these days we are saying a lot of companies are they are making profit with the help of the data. So now these days where we can see data is kind of the oil, next generation oil, or we can say that it is a pearl, or even whatever you can think. Data is a very precious things now these days. But thing is that it depends on the value of data or the hidden information or the particular information which the companies can extract from the data. So thing is that what kind of the topics or issue we can deal with the data, or what kind of the challenge we should deal with the data. So you know very well, first is the storing of data, means cure of data, how we can cure of data. Then process with the data. Then find the extract, means extract the data, means find the value through which the organization or company can make the decision. So in today IT industries, there are a lot of databases management system like RDBMS, NoSQL database management system. Apart from that object oriented database management system, it was the over the RDBMS. So even we also have the big data processing, even data science, even machine learning is also applicable on the all big data or natural language processing. So thing is that we have a bundle of the technology, but we should know how we will apply that particular programming in terms of the database, means how we can extract the data. So here, before moving on NoSQL database, let me introduce one slide about the data. After that, I'll discuss all these things. So this will be the overview of today talk. First, I'll discuss dealing with data. So for dealing with data, I'll just take 15 minutes of my another presentation, which is known as the cloud computing for big data. So here, all the topics or issue related to the data, means in terms of the types of data, in terms of the properties of the data, will be discussed. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
you're
Okay,
audible.
fine. So let me discuss with big data and cloud computing. What the importance of the big data in the cloud computing, or how cloud computing has gained enormous popularity to handle the big data. So basically, I'll not discuss all the things, but now coming now this, what is the big data? So you know very well, in today age we are living in the IT era, and every day we are posting on social media, we are using our smartphone, we are posting our pics, we are posting our tweets, we are posting, we are liking. So thing is that every day we are also a source to generate the big data. And you know very well, there are a lot of diverse field of big data, means we cannot say that that data will be in the similar kind of data. So here What is the big data? So definition of big data: collection of very huge data set with a great diversity of types. So this is the definition. Now it is become difficult to process by using traditional data processing system. So what is the traditional data processing? Let us take example of the relational database management system, RDBMS. Okay, so suppose there are the only, and we also know very well it is the structured data, or we can say that it is a data which means keep in the table form. So now these days we have every types of the data file: image data, video data, even different types of the file format. Okay, so thing is that what are the big data? So in simple terms, collection of the very huge data set with great diversity. Then and how we deal with data. So thing is that traditional data processing system are not capable to deal this particular problem. So that's why big data handling become as a new technique. So in terms of the data science, or in terms of the NoSQL, so I'll tell you in the lateral slide what are the importance of the big data handling, and what are the technologies which we can apply to handle with the data. Data means unstructured, structured, and semi-structured. So these are the some more definition. Here we can say, as you know, because I like Gartner definition, because Gartner is the most reliable and you can say the latest technical report giving company. It's always give the reports in terms of the emerging technology, in terms of the survey. So more generally, we can say data set can be called big data. Why we can say big data? So if you will see my slide, the blue color text is there. It is difficult to perform capture, curation, analysis, and visualization on it at the current technology. So any data file or any kind of the data which we are not able to apply curation, capturing, analysis, and visualization, then definitely it will come under the big data property, or it will come under the big data category. So these are the some facts, and I think no need to explain. So I'll just reading out these facts. Means data is growing at 40% annual rate. That will be reached 45 GB ZV by 2020, or even you can say that this reports may be changed, because now these days, if we will take this COVID-19 pandemic situation, so you can also imagine there are a lot of data which is uploaded on the cloud server, and we can say the cloud servers are fully loaded. So that is also a big research challenge now these days. So that is known as the load balancing and cloud server optimization problem now these days. So third fact is the business data double every day in 1.2 years. These are the reported. Even 1 million customer transactions are processed by Walmart per hour. Even 500 million tweets are posted every day. Now, next one, 3.2 billion likes and comment are posted on Facebook. Actually, this is the data means fact like 2 years ago, but now you can also search on Google and you can find the latest facts about the big data. So now coming to the source of big data. So as I told you previously, so you can say data storage, media, documents, business applications, social media, public web, machine log data, sensor data, and archive. So any kind of the source which is responsible to generate a single bit of data, known as the source of big data. Okay, now it is a discussion about the data. Now coming to the what are the characteristics having with the big data. So you know very well there are 5B property. First is volume, second is velocity, third is variety, fourth is value, and fifth is the veracity. So one by one I'll explain. Volume means the size of the data set which we need to store over the our local drive or over the cloud server. So first is the volume, means as per the size of the data we need to store of that data or capture that data. Second is the velocity. Velocity means the speed of the data in and out, means whatever data we are sending to the our particular server, or we are sending data to the means destination, or the data packet which are coming from outer source to our local system. So thing is that, because sometime, if I'll take the example of the now these days web series on Netflix, Amazon Prime, or any other particular media streaming, so definitely we will see any series or any media series, so then definitely our data pack will be consumed. So thing is that, what is the internal mechanism behind managing that series or that particular media series over that platform? That platform may be the cloud platform, or that platform may be their own local server. Okay, so thing is that, how they are managing the velocity means, sometime if the buffering is too late, then we feel that data is not, means the video quality is not properly to us. So thing is that, we need to also maintain the velocity of that data. Third one is the variety. Variety means the range of data type and sources. Means we have a different kind of the data, and we need to extract the information from different variety source of data. So thing is that, variety means any kind of the data file can be there, and for a particular enterprise or business enterprise, that variety will be the headache. So that's why data science and data analytics is the field through which the people are working to deal with the variety of data. So that's why they are applying business intelligence, some natural language processing, MLP, machine learning methods or model to extract the data. But here in this lecture, we will talk about the NoSQL database, means property of the NoSQL database, and we will see some example of the NoSQL database. Now coming to the value. So value is the most important part of any database or any data file, because until unless, if we are not able to discover the hidden value uh, on that data, then how we can make the decision? So that's why for every company and enterprises, now these days you can also see there are separate department or separate field like data science, business intelligence, or like data scientist, data analytics. So that's why they are working in a cooperative or coordinating manner. That's why they will be able to find the hidden value, so that by applying their business intelligence, they can make the profit for their own enterprise, or sometimes they can give a fruitful result for the society, so that we can have a good we can have a particular uh, we can say means benefits in our daily life. So like you, in this pandemic, you have also observed, like Oxford University is giving their own prediction, other universities are also giving their own prediction about the COVID-19. But now these days you can see all the prediction are means false, they are not 100% true. Means these people were saying up to the July there will be some slowdown in the COVID-19 infection, but you can see there is no clear cut picture now these days. So let us see what happened. The thing is that value is always an important things for the means social impact, for the business impact, and for the means for the research impact. So value always an important part. Now coming to the veracity. Veracity means truthfulness of that data. Means okay, somehow I made a prediction, but that prediction will be true or not, means will be the real or not. So thing is that accuracy or correctness is also an important part of any data. So here I am talking about the big data characteristic. So all these five are the big data properties. So any doubt in this 5B property? Anyone? Okay. So this is some pictorial representation of each and every property. So you can see volume means data at rest. Okay. So terabyte to zettabyte of exabyte of existing data to process, and data in motion. So this is just kind of for your understanding. Streaming data, milliseconds and second to respond. Because as I told you, buffering, during the buffering, we always say this website is not working properly. So means buffering here. Okay, then data in many form. So variety and veracity, where data in doubt, but we generally, or some business intelligence, they make the particular prediction, still data is in doubt. Then value means hidden value. So this pictorial representation will will give you the some understanding of the 5B picture. Okay, so this is the a particular pie chart through which you can see data big in volume, variety, and velocity. So there are three axes: data volume, data velocity, and data variety. So this is kind of in terms of the GB. It is the data velocity, batch, periodic mode, non near real time, then database, web. So here it is our concern, database. So data variety, how we will deal that data. So using the database management system, we will deal all the data. So this is the classification of, let me just show you. Okay, now it's okay. Okay, so now this is the structured data, semi-structured data, unstructured data. So basically three classification of big data, not only big data, for any kind of data. Why I am calling big data? Big data means the data has the different means some diversity or like size of means size of is in terms of the storage. That's why I am calling big data. But it can be the case with any kind of data. So here, if I'll talk about the structured data, so we can take an example of our relational database management system. Means that data that data which we can store in a particular structure, or that data which have a structure. Now, semi-structured means some part of that data is a structured form and some part is not a structured form. Now, unstructured is completely beyond the structured. It's having no structure. That's why these are the three classification. So we will see how we will deal with these types of the data. Or you can see 80% of data now these days are unstructured data, because now these days IT users, mobile users has been increasing in the tremendous way. So that's why we can say, now coming to the what are the source of structured data. So databases such as Oracle, DB2, Teradata, MySQL, PLSQL, and spreadsheets, OLTP. So any kind of the source can have the can be the structured data source. Okay, now semi-structured like XML language, other markup language, or our JSON means JSON editor, JavaScript object notation. Now coming to the unstructured, so web pages, images, free form text, audios, videos, body of email, text message, chat, Word document, web pages. So these are the, now coming to the challenges, because until unless we will not be able to uh, get the challenges, then how we will deal with the data. So challenges means these are the problem means during means capturing the data, storage, curation, search, analysis, transfer, visualization, and privacy violation. So first is capture. So you know very well that if our local system is not capable to store that data, then what we should do? So we can move on the cloud platform or cloud infrastructure. Okay, so for capturing or storage, uh, sorry, capturing means how we can particular acquire the data. So any device, like if suppose I am talking about the IoT or sensor data, so capturing means how we are acquiring the data. Then storage, so suppose our captured data or our data which we have captured through any media or through any sensor, through any input device, that should be stored in our local drive. But if our local drive is not sufficient to store that data, then definitely, because enterprise data, they have a lot of data, so we have to store that data over the cloud platform. Then we need to cure that data. Then we will apply some kind of the query optimization, searching mechanism. Then we will analyze the data. Then we will transfer that data to our end user, to the customer. Then we will also visualize the data, and privacy violation means there will be the security aspects. So these all are challenges in the big data. Now, how we deal with the method means, so here are the some method dealing with unstructured data. So data mining, NLP, text analysis, noisy text analysis. But here I am stopping this presentation. Why? Because basically we are going to deal with unstructured, structured, semi-structured data in terms of the database. because if I'll move on this particular presentation, that the presentation will be diverted in the big data field. Okay, like Hadoop and MapReduce. So that's why I am just explain these things just for the understanding of the data. Okay, but I will share these slides to you so that you can find all the things, because this slide dedicated for the big data using MapReduce and Hadoop. But this is not our topic of today topic. So that's why I just stop this presentation only up to this dealing with unstructured data. Okay. So any doubt, any query related to the definition of the data, sources of data, and dealing with data, so you can ask anyone. So after that, I will move ahead. Anyone? Any question, audience, please? Okay. So now let me move on the as per our topic, which is the NoSQL database. Okay. So I'm moving by the next presentation. Okay. This. So I hope all of you are able to understand dealing with data. Okay. So this is already covered. This is with the help of my previous presentation. So now coming to the relational model. So here I'll just tell you some historical background. So all of you are aware that EF code, because we all have studied our database management system, and if you remembered our book, Kurth book, Nabate book. So think we have also studied 12 rules of RDMS. So the scientist or the professor name was the EF code, and 1923 to 2003. So he developed. So we can say that who is the father of the relational database management system. So Mr. E.F. Code, or the scientist, he is the father of, and he developed the relational model while the IBM St. Joe's Research Laboratory, and he was the IBM Fellow 1976, and he has also won the Turing Award of 1981, ACM Fellow 1994. British, he was the British professor, means a person by birth. Okay, and he worked with the Raymond F. Voice. Okay, who and like Darwin, C.J. Date. So these all are the professor uh, who work with the EF code. So this is the means just a historical background of relational model. So I think all of you are aware relational model is kind of the table, because all the relational database means follow the table structure. Okay, so the table particular n number of row, m number of column. So row known as the tuple, column known as the attribute. So no need to explain. And here there are certain kind of the logical schema, physical schema, means through the logical schema it is designed. And there are the means super key, your candidate key, foreign key. So with the help of those concept, we can work. And I think all of you are experienced about the relational database. So this is the relational model, and these all are the some research paper which was published by the EF code, and based on his research paper, relational model came in the existence. Okay, so that's why I'm putting these all the research paper. Okay, 1970, 1971. So based on this research paper, we also got relational model or the relational database management system. So in the relational model, you know very well relations are there, tuples, attributes, domain, primary and foreign key, and normal forms. So that's why I'm just showing these, because for the for some kind of the your brush up of the concept. So query model here, the relational algebra, Cartesian product, selection, projection, union, set, difference, relational calculus. So these all kind of the even asset property. Okay, and a primary theme. So one more thing, if, and this is a question to all the audience. This is question, so I'll just have the chat box. This is question to all the audience. Okay, so question is how we calculate the load of a database server. How we calculate the load of a database server. Anyone, please, if you know answer, then write here. because this is a very important thing. How we calculate the load of a database server? Anyone? Based on number of inserts. Yeah. Okay. And what do we about the transaction? Transaction. What do you think about the transaction? Okay, number of read write, fine. So means that's why I have asked this question to you. Means if a database server is there, so transaction per second will be the elementary unit, and based on the transaction, we will calculate the load of the database. And then you also said right thing, read write operation, because read write operation always the causes of the database speed means FA means database speed. Speed means how it is responding to the customer, sorry, client, and how it is means how it is being able to respond to customer. So in terms of the, like generally we say database is slow, or the database management system slow, backend is slow. So that's why I asked. So transaction per second is also an important thing. So how we can say transaction per second is very high? Processing of transaction per second means if read write operation is definitely very fast in terms of the time. So definitely we can say our database is very fast. Okay. So these are the some relational database management system. Okay, developed for the RDBMS. So system are Ingres, Oracle, SQL DS. So just for a kind of your revision. Okay. So now coming to the next point. Okay, so basically all of you are aware SQL is the language for query relational databases. Now our topic is the NoSQL. So what is the NoSQL? What is the origin of NoSQL? And what is the importance of NoSQL in today IT industry and today project development? So you can say this is the example of SQL. So after that our NoSQL will be started. So here you can say originally it is called SQL. Okay. So this is the research paper of EF code. So now SQL is completed. Now I'm coming to the NoSQL. Okay. So why I'm display the NoSQL, so sorry, SQL slides to you just because of the remembering your terms. So here, what we should know? We should know RDBMS is the table form database, means all the things are stored in the table or multiple table, and that those table can be joined with the help of the join operator. So there are kind of the join, inner join, outer join, left inner join, right outer join. Then normalization is also there. Now, if you have experienced about the particular query optimization, so if you have seen lot of problems or lot of means speed in your database, slow speed. Now how NoSQL is came in the picture. So for this it is also a story. So in 2009 at San Francisco, John Oscaron called a meeting known as the NoSQL meeting. Means the particular companies known as the MongoDB, CouchDB, Hypertable, Cassandra, Dynamite, HBase, they were looking an alternate option other than SQL. So that's why they called a meeting, and the meeting were conducted in the at San Francisco. San Francisco. So they have no title for that meeting. So that's why they decided that the meeting name will be means they were looking for the solution which is not as a SQL. So that's why they called the meeting known as the NoSQL. Okay, so in that meeting the participant was MongoDB, CouchDB, Hypertable, Cassandra. So these were all the participants, and were they were looking for any kind of the database query language other than SQL. So that's why they called name as the NoSQL. Okay, so now coming to the advantage of NoSQL. What are the advantage of NoSQL? So I'll tell you two, three key points. of NoSQL. So it is the easier for development. In the later on slide, you will feel that why it is easy for development. Means the development using NoSQL is very easy and it is able to deal with large scale data. Okay, so that's why initially they have pointed out only these 2 points. Means easier to development and it should be deal with large scale of data. So future of NoSQL. So here I'll just try to explain with the taking of by the example of the polyglot persistent. So let us see this RDBMS example of an e-commerce platform. So like in this e-commerce platform, there are four departments: shopping cart data and session data, completed order, and like business intelligence, or like some they are deciding their particular. So these four are module and all are using a common RDBMS system. Okay, so it is an example of e-commerce system. But now these days, let us take the example of Flipkart, Amazon, or any other commercial website or commercial company. So what is the meaning of the polyglot persistent? So thing is that listen, just wait. Thing is that we still using RDBMS means SQL. We also have a NoSQL. We also have a big data processing. We also have a business intelligence. We have means many number of the technology which deal with the database or backend design. So thing is that I'm not saying at this point which one is the better or which one is the superior, which one is the inferior. Thing is that now at these days we should have follow the polyglot persistence concept means combination of the technology. So the meaning of this point I would like to try explain. So this is the example of the RDBMS, but here I would like to try. Suppose there is the applications in any company. Okay, so they have their session data, they have their logs also, they have their product information, customer agent relationship, price analytics, operation analytics, then transactional data. So thing is that a company, this can be the your means Amazon company, this can be your Flipkart company. So thing is that based on based on their model, they need the based on the need of that data or the situation, they apply a particular relational database management system or NoSQL. Means based on the situation they have to choose that particular SQL, either NoSQL or big data. So see, if they have their session data, so for the session data, they can have key value pair. Key value pair is the model. Later on slide I'll explain. And for the logs and price update, they have the column manner. Means it is also a NoSQL model, column based, then document based, then graph based, then Hadoop and RDB. So here you can see key value pair, column based model, document based model, graph based model. These all four are the NoSQL model, or we can say the type of the NoSQL database. What are they? They are key value pair model, column based model, document based model, graph based model. And Hadoop, you know very well, this is the framework to deal with big data. And transactional data means RDB, relational database management system. So thing is that now this time we cannot say that RDBMS is means destroyed, totally ended. Means still companies are using relational database management system, but company also moved on the NoSQL database. Company are also using big data processing framework. So thing is that now at these days, based on the situation, based on the scenario, companies are using that particular database technology. But what is the motive or what is the challenge? So as a faculty member, it is our responsibility to deal or to tell to our student each and every aspect of the database, so that because now these days companies are looking NoSQL expert. They also or they also seek when they come for the job interview. So they also see if you are working about the NoSQL database, then definitely it would be good for the student. So thing is that in this manner we have to tell our students then which one is better, or so the student should know each and every database model for their learning point of view, so that we can make them industry ready as our student point of view. So this is the basic diagram application for better understanding of the NoSQL, SQL, NoSQL, and big data. So now coming to the NoSQL proper. Any doubt here? Any doubt here?
No, sir. No,
Oh,
sir.
okay. So the thing is that this is known as the polyglot persistent concept, means combination of the technology. So now coming to the NoSQL today. So before moving here, I would like to give some facts which I have taken from Gartner Magic. So the fact is, let me show you. Just wait. So if I'll talk about the in the previous session, I also showed you the Gartner Magic for the security point of view or infrastructure cloud. But here the Magic Quadrant for operational database management system. Why? Because we need to study on which particular database. So here you can see if just like so you see a Magic Quadrant for operational database management system. So Microsoft or Oracle both are on the top now this time, and Amazon Web Service also. So in the Amazon Web Service they offer 7 types of the database management system for different situation, like RDS, like NoSQL, like big data processing. Okay, so I'll tell you in the upcoming slide. So thing is that now these days Microsoft is still, Oracle and Microsoft is also still a leader, means they are a key player for the operational database management system. So now the people think that now these days relational database management system has gone. No, and the answer is it is just means you also it is also has have being used like in other particular cases like banking sector, finance sector, where the data are in the structured form. So we are not saying, we cannot say that relational database management system has gone. Okay, or so now coming to the uh, what is the main important survey I would like to show you, this one. So system properties comparison between Cassandra versus MongoDB and Oracle NoSQL. So thing is that initially Oracle was the also the key player for the SQL, but here you can see Oracle is also working with NoSQL also. MongoDB it is by the Google. Cassandra it is using by the Facebook. Okay, so here I'll also share this slide so you can see all kind of the comparison and their particular software foundation, their particular edition of the software and implementation language, in which particular language the database engine or system is designed and which database engine they are using. The thing is that we should know which types of the language, programming language is supported by the any other by the NoSQL databases. So this is the different way. Now let me show you what database does Facebook use 2019. So just see, I just type the query. So here you can say different database, because this is just for your information only. Different database system used by Facebook. So there are quite a number of databases that Facebook uses in order to keep a record of the various information that is being shared by different people all over the world. Among them, few of the databases. So you know, MySQL is also used by the Facebook. HBase is also used. Cassandra is also. So these all are the databases used by the Facebook. So I'm not saying that all these company are using NoSQL. Means they are using a combination of the databases. Okay, so now coming to my presentation. So what is the picture of NoSQL today? So the more recently the term has taken a different meaning. So not only SQL, but people generally think there is no role of the SQL. So it means SQL, the one common interpretation is not only SQL. So that's why the most modern NoSQL system diverges from the relational model or standard RDBMS functionality. So I tried to I tried to make a comparison. So just see data model. So just see, my slide is visible to all of you. Is it visible? Anyone?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay, thank you. So just see in the relational model, relations are there means relations means your table, tuple means your row, attributes your column, and your domains, then normalization. But here in the NoSQL, only documents, graph, key value. But here I will add one more model. Let me explain here. Okay, so in the NoSQL database, there are four types of the model. I'll show you on the Amazon Web Services. Four types of model. Key value pair, okay, key value pair model. Second is the column based model. Column based model. Okay, next one is your document based model. I'll tell you every applicability based model. Fourth is your graph based model. Okay, so basically these are four types of model, and sometimes we call the NoSQL database. So key value database, key value pair model used by the NoSQL. So let me show you. So NoSQL system diverges from the relational model, and this is the comparison. So here you can also add one more documents, graph, key value will be there, and the query model. So in the query model, relational algebra, tuple calculus, but here graph traverser, text search, map reduce, we can apply all the things, and the implementation rigid schema. So this is the very important thing. We have a schema means that particular logical schema should be there, but here in the NoSQL we can say it is the flexible schema, and here all the things we can put here. Let us take example. For example, I am managing a table. Let me show you. For example, I am managing a table like okay, just wait. Like this is one table, means the table name is like RDBMS. Okay, like this. And here like A, B attribute A, B, C, and D. So this one because we have to define like this or like this. So thing is that if any field is missing, so we generally type nil or null. Okay. So thing is that we have to design the schema of in relational database. But thing is that in NoSQL, no need to design. Means, for example, maintaining the all the database of like our BTech student. So every student should have their field in terms of the attributes. But here in NoSQL, any field can apply. We can say this is the schema less database. So this is the schema less database. Okay, let me. So okay, so here we can also say, and here you know the asset property, atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. But here in NoSQL, they only follow the base property. I'll tell you the what is the base property. So in that sense, not only SQL. So just wait. Okay. So here the motivation for recent NoSQL system is also quite varied. So what are the advantage of the NoSQL? So here the scalability, performance, availability, and flexibility. So in NoSQL database, and performance is very fast. Why? Suppose I'll take an example of 10,000 entry in a customer table. So suppose there is no data of that customer. Thing is that the searching or indexing. So in the particular NoSQL thing is that, or we can say the document, graph based or column based, that only those bits is stored. Those bits are stored in the our hard drive. So thing is that in terms of the read write operation, it is quite fast rather than the SQL database. Okay, next is the availability. So availability means here uh, in your particular cloud based database, maximum cloud databases are using NoSQL. So here we can say that particular NoSQL database is applicable to all the systems. Why? Because it doesn't follow that particular SQL database engine. So compatibility will also be there. Similarly, with the help of the flexibility. So thing is that most of the companies, they are using that particular NoSQL system, and these are few point how big it is the NoSQL movement. Will they eventually eliminate the need of relational database? Is this another grand conspiracy? So let me show you with the help of this particular slide. And these are the some, okay, this slide. Okay, now I got it. Just wait. Okay, so this is the report which was published in 2013. So you can see what we found out about databases. So there will be the some facts, big companies, big databases. Why I'm showing this to you? Just because your particular understanding about the growth of the databases. So just see database model size. This is the, so here less than 20, 20 to 100, greater than 100, this is the company size. Okay. And database model size in table, which database? So after that, just see database engine in use. So you see Oracle was on top, 30% RDBMS used by the Oracle, then MySQL, then MS SQL Server, SQLite. So you can see the percentage of the database engine in 2013. Now, what is the comparison, and who is responsible for the database schemas? So software architect, software developer, and database administrators. So this picture was in 2013. Now you see database schemas creation. So visual tools manually generated from code. So you see that portion was a huge percentage, like 44% means generated from code, and it is manually and visual tools. So thing is that you after I'll share this particular web link to you. But now these days picture. So this is the picture. What database? Not this one. Just wait. Let me show you. Okay, DB engine. Because a comparison should be very clear. Okay, so yeah, now this you can see DBMS popularity broken down by database model. So the number of system, because this is the most important comparison. I'll share this on your chat window. Yeah, conspiracy means it is kind of our thought, or the blogger who has written conspiracy means to illuminate the relational database management system. Let us take example. Now these days you are also aware that in upcoming 2 3 years software developer jobs will be illuminated. Why? Because all the companies are also following service oriented architecture in terms of the microservices, RESTful APIs and stateful APIs. So means everything are in kind of the block point of view. Means software developer do not need to make a do not write a code. So thing is that this is kind of the myth or conspiracy. So that's why the blocker has written here that conspiracy against the relational database management system. Similarly, now these days there is a news or like a trend that in upcoming time software developer will lost or will be the jobs of software developer will be illuminated, because now these days everybody is moving on the cloud. Okay, so that's why conspiracy. Okay, so now coming to the this one. So here you can see number of systems per category, and this is report in 2020 September. So you see relational database system and 141 still. Okay, then graph based DBMS 32. Number of system per category. Byte column system, time series DBMS, search engine, key value stored. So thing is that it is still RDBMS is also covering a big part. Means they are 141 number of system per category. Now coming move down, ranking score per category in percentage in September. So you also can have this chart shows the popularity of each category. It is calculated with the popularity and the ranking score of individual system per category. Now coming down, trends, because popularity change per category in September 2020. Now complete trend starting with January 2013. So have a look of this from 2013 to 2020, and this is basically for popularity changes in y-axis, and this is your particular line means. So you see this one, if you are able to see my screen. So graph DBMS has a tremendous growth means you see. Then time series DBMS. So this is the time series. Now key value store. Key value store is kind of the model. So you can see which database model is following in which particular performance. Okay, like if I talk about the relational database, so see in 2020 relational database is not growing. Companies are using, but growth rate is down. That's why I am showing this chart to you. Means in the most of the finance sector companies they are using graph based, or sorry, relational database model, but there is no growth. Why? Because people or industries or sectors they are adopting that particular your NoSQL databases. Okay, now coming to the trend of the last 24 months. Again, time series data DBMS is on top. Now you can see the graph based. So you can see the graph based is there. So that's why I am showing to you that we cannot say which particular technology will be remain and which particular position. Okay, so that's why, so you can follow these things. So this is all about your particular survey or particular trends of the marketing. Now coming to our presentation, our main slides. So that's why I also put this slide here so you can see. Now let me just give me one pause. So this is your general category of no SQL system. I already told you key value store, byte column store, graph store. But let me explain one by one. Okay, and compared to the relational model. So in the query model are not as wrapped up. Distinct between abstraction and implementation is not as clear. So first I'll explain key value store or what is the key value model of NoSQL, because there are four databases: key value, graph based, document based. Okay, and your key value means key value model, key value pair, graph based, document based, and column based, byte column based. So here, this is the database is a collection of key value pairs. Means here, if you remember your particular relational database, so there can be the many keys. First is the primary key, then super key, candidate key. So over the candidate key, we generally choose the primary key. And if we want to add more or we want to join more tables, so there were the foreign key concept. But here in the key value store or key value pair model, database is a collection of key value pair. The key for each pair is unique. Means here is the no concept of the foreign key. Okay, so only single table will be there. So here this is red one, no requirement for normalization and consequently dependency preservation or lossless join. So join operation is totally out in your from your NoSQL databases. So primary operation insert, delete, update, lookup key, and additional operation variant on the above example reverse lookup iteration. So these all are few. If you will see the this part, so these all are the companies or software which are using key value model of NoSQL. Okay, so this is the NoSQL database like DynamoDB, Azure Table Storage, React, Redis, and Foundation DB, Level, Workday, Oracle, NoSQL database. So they all are frequently using key value store. So before moving this again, I just want to show you one more. Okay, just see. This is the official website of the database on AWS, the broadest selection of purpose-built database of all your application need. So one by one, there are three columns in this table: database type, use cases, and AWS service name. Means which service is dedicated to which kind of the database. So I think after seeing this table, the doubts of the participant will be clear in the real-time scenario. So, okay, see, database type is the relational database. So here, the relational database known as the RDS. I'm talking about the AWS service. So here, AWS RDS, Redshift, Aurora. So basically, if I'll talk to you, only RDS is operate with the RD only relational database. So no, because Aurora is also deal with the RDS. Amazon Redshift is also deal with RDS. But here Amazon Redshift is also deal with the big data analytics, means big data processing. The thing is that only Amazon RDS is applicable for the relational database, but Amazon Aurora, Amazon Redshift, both can deal or both can have a Amazon RDS. So here using Amazon RDS, we can do all the things, whatever things we can do with the relational database system. And what one of the most interesting thing, I think all of you have gone through the Microsoft SQL Server. So Amazon RTS is also support AWS also support Microsoft Server SQL Server, because this is kind of the database engine. So all kind like MariaDB. Okay. So let me take one example. If I'll show on my console, and I'll just type RDS. Okay, here I am just showing to the how we can launch the RDS using AWS console. Just wait. Sorry. Okay, so just see, suppose I want to create my own database. Okay, so when I click on my database, similarly you can create also. So standard create, easy create. So actually, this thing I wanted to see you. Amazon Aurora, MySQL, MariaDB, Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server. So thing is this: these are the database engine which you can select while launching your or while creating your database. So I'm not going into depth because it is a particular a separate topic. But thing is that the database engine used by the RDS of AWS, definitely this is your, or apart from that, if you are managing the database by yourself, so apart from this database engine, you can add your own database. Actually, these are the engine types, database engine type offered by the AWS. So now coming to the presentation. Okay, just wait. This one. Yeah. So now come to the NoSQL database. So just see key value pair, and you should know use cases. So traditional application like enterprise resource planning, customer relationship management, e-commerce, because here all kind of the data items will be as a structured data item, and basically they work on the text data. Okay, so that's why this is the database type relational data. Now coming to the NoSQL data, and NoSQL data, this is a quite interesting, and definitely I suggest you, all of you, please gone through this, because this is the particular website. Okay, so you can open on your system also. So okay, now see, key value, key, I already told you there are four model: key value pair, document based model, graph based model, and your column based model. So just see this selected area: key value and Amazon DynamoDB. So what is the Amazon DynamoDB? Amazon DynamoDB is the fast and flexible NoSQL database service for any scale. Any scale means at a runtime you can add more instances or CPU, or you can increase the database size also. And where it will be applicable: high traffic web application, e-commerce systems, and gaming application. Okay, now coming to the in memory, this is introduced as a new. In memory means that database management system. So initially AWS added these two database: Amazon Elasticsearch for Redis and Amazon Elasticsearch for Memcached. Means these all are where you require lot of means fast memory. So for the fast memory means where the your RAM will be, you require the high RAM. So definitely it is applicable for those applications. So key value pair. Now come to the documents. Where is the document base? So let us take an example of your Amazon billing. Suppose you ordered your mobile, and the invoice is generated immediately, or after like when your order placed, then your invoice will be generated. Thing is that the particular scenario or situation where we need a particular content or invoice, then content management, catalogs, user profile. So in which situation they use the document based model. So here again, Amazon document DB with MongoDB compatibility. But in case of the Google, they have a they have a MongoDB. But here document DB is also compatible with the Google MongoDB, because MongoDB is database of a NoSQL offered by the Google, and DynamoDB from the AWS. Now come to the white column. So in the white column means whatever work we do with the row, here they work with the high scale industrial application for equipment maintenance, fleet management, and route optimization. So here Cassandra, Apache Cassandra is compatible, and Amazon Key Space. So this is the AWS service and fully managed by the AWS. So here, if white column model is there, so we should know the which particular use cases it is applicable, and we should know the name of the particular database software. So that is our database system, so Apache Cassandra. Now come to the graph based, to where the graph based model is applicable. So graph based model definitely applicable for the fraud detection, social networking, and recommendation engine. So if I'll talk about the Facebook, so Facebook uses all types of database. But suppose when we see the recommendation in our Facebook profile that you may have know this friend, so send a yes or no means. So definitely it is done with the graph based model, and in the credit card detail they are definitely fraud detection. So they use the graph based model, and for the graph based model the service of AWS name is the Amazon Neptune. And for that handling for the time series data, for the IoT application and DevOps and industry telemetry, the name of service Amazon Time Stream. Similarly, to manage the ledger, system record, supply chain, registration, banking transaction, the name of the service is the Amazon QLDB. So thing is that Amazon has provided till now these types of the database types, but as a NoSQL point of view, we need to remember, or we have to learn only key value, document, byte column, and graph based. Basically, these four are the category of the NoSQL databases model, or we can say the NoSQL database type. Why I am showing to you, just for a broad particular understanding, that here we can find the particular database type and their use cases and the service offered by the AWS. But I am not saying that is the means only one. Same things or same kind of the strategy you can follow with the Azure cloud, you can follow with the Google cloud. Okay, so let me come on my presentation. So here key value store, and uh, just wait. These are the companies in the left side. Those are using key value store model. So here white column. So what is the basic big table? So in the white column store, they follow a big table as a distributed storage system for structured data. Okay, but here database, the basic data model. Database is a collection of key value pair. Key consists of three parts: row key, column key, and a timestamp. So basically here, with the help of the row key, or with the help of the column key, that particular uh, you can say the record can be found. And here's the flexible schema: the set of the column is not fixed, okay, and the it may differ from row to row. So based on the row, okay, so let me explain the help of example. So this is the white column, like here ID, first name, last name, date of birth. So these are all are the attributes, and row key. Now personal data, professional data, column families. So that's why with the whatever things we do with the row in case of the relational database, here they can perform with the help of the column. So these are all are the column qualifier. So with the help of the column qualifier, only ID will be the particular means we can say that ID will be the value, means with the help of this ID we can find. So byte column store, so you can say ID will be the common, means ID will be the your value, and medical data one table. So instead to joining multiple table, they can have a one table, or that is known as the big table. So whenever you will go on the Google big table or MongoDB, you will find you have to work on the big table. So thing is that here ID only one ID, and with the help of the ID you can search any kind of the column. Means suppose if we will take example of the relational database, so we find generally tuple or combination of the tuple, but here we can find or working on the white column store. So like again same example T0, T1. So in this manner we can extract the data one row, but here see one row in a white column, NoSQL database table. So please do not confuse. One row in a white column NoSQL database equals to many row in several relation table in a relational database. So this is the main difference. Means one row in a white column NoSQL database table equals to many row in several relation table in a relational database. So I tried to explain this in using like this uh, diagram. Now coming to the graph store. So here Neo4j. The Neo database is technology introduced in 2006, and all these are the particular database which are using graph based store. So here one more thing. Okay, like this. So the basic data model directed graph, node and edges with properties that is level. So thing is that here you can link all kind of the database, not only text data, image data, map data, anything, string data, paragraph, means everything. So here ID labeling also. So you can say there are very easiest way like ID1 name. So with the help of the ID, because in NoSQL ID is an important thing. So only ID will be your uh, primary key if we will talk about the relational database, and you can add any name. There is no provision to inside the null value. So this is the particular graph based model, and age represents your properties and labeling of that data. Now document store. So MongoDB, how a database can make your organization faster, better learner. So this is your the basic data model. The general notion of a document: word, phrase, sentence, paragraph, like your invoice, subsection, footnote, flexible schema, subcomponent, structure may be nested and vary. So document to document, metadata, title, author, date, and key identifier. One implementation detail: format vary greatly, PDF, XML, JSON, on VSON, plain text, various binary scan image. And now coming to the what is the difference between ACID and base, because generally relational database management system follow the ACID property, but here it follow the base property. So this is the full form of your base properties. Okay, this. So database system traditionally support ACID property, and this one your atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. So as you aware about the transaction property. Now coming to the base property. So base stand for the basically available, soft state, and eventual consistency. Okay, so why we need them? Then cap is also important. Cap means consistency, availability, and partition tolerance, because always this is the need of any database. It is need of any database, because we have also studied ACID property. Now these two property which we need to understand, the property name is the base and cap. Okay, so here cap theorem. So here let me introduce. Okay, this is so distributed and no sequence. And one more thing, it always work in the distributed manner. So this is the full form of the base: basic availability, soft state, and eventual consistency. So we had really like everything to be structured, consistent, and harmonious. But what we are faced with a little bit of punk style anarchy, and actually, so here I also shared a particular web a YouTube video. So whenever I will share this slide to you, so you can see. But one more thing I need to discuss with you before ending this session. Uh, the thing is use case. So some of the participants they asked me, means let me show the chat window. So thing is that working with no SQL database. So what I will suggest to you, if you are looking on the AWS NoSQL database, So just create your account on AWS console and try to first working with DynamoDB. So create your okay. So just create on the Amazon DynamoDB and create your one table and try to extract or try to put some query on databases. So and one more thing, because this is also important. Actually, let me show you. So I also share this slide with you so that you can, because this is the system properties comparison Cassandra versus MongoDB and Oracle NoSQL. And one more thing, actually, where is this? Yeah, that is the important thing which I want to share with you. Like, see, Netflix, you are using, I think all of you are using Netflix, and this is the block about the Netflix. So you can see Netflix, some part of the Netflix, they are also using SQL, MariaDB, and so you can see this is the cache warming agility for the stateful service. So they are using SQS, simple queuing service or query service SQS. Okay, then scaling time series data storage. Okay, then Netflix media database, then Netflix data center, Netflix billing. For the billing migrating to cloud Oracle, they are using RDS MySQL, and managing Dynamite cluster. Okay, so they are using Dynamite for their this service. So thing is that we cannot say that okay, here no SQL at Netflix. So this is a particular blog where you can find a particular database service is applicable on which particular situation. So thing is that the market of the NoSQL database has increased or also going to be increased. But thing is that we cannot say that RDBMS is totally gone. Still, companies are using RDMS. Thing is that, as I told you, this one. Let me show you this one. Advantage of NoSQL. So means polyglot persistence. So as of now, we can say this application. So somewhere key value pair model is applicable somewhere. So if I'll correlated this model with your Amazon Web Services or like Amazon commercial website or Flipkart, so here each and every model can be useful in terms of the database. It may be the NoSQL database, it may be the SQL database, or it may be the your big data processing. So thing is that suppose there is the particular billing and transactional data. So definitely they will use RDB. So same thing I explained many times. So now I am opening question answering session to all the participants. Any question, please just put your chat window or unmute yourself and ask, because this is just kind of the theoretical session. So if you are looking for the demo session, so I suggest you just go through on go through with DynamoDB, MongoDB, Cassandra, and there are very easy steps. All our tutorial are available. So just create your database, create your table, insert some tuple entry, and try to apply key value pair, column based model, graph based model. Okay, any query from participant side, because it is over from my side as a basic introduction of the NoSQL database, SQL theory, as well as big data processing, some part. Any query, please ask. Dr. Aisha Banu, madam.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Yeah, so this is a question answering session open to all the participant. So
Yes,
please,
sir.
I will share all these slides, even all the web link with you, so you can
Sure,
share
sir.
with the participant.
Yeah, yeah. The earlier
Hello.
sessions also I have already shared it, sir.
Okay.
Any of the participants have any queries or you want to discuss anything with sir, you can unmute and please discuss.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, please, sir.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Yeah,
sir.
good morning, ma'am. So those name you told just 1 or 2 minutes where we can use the database. So kindly repeat, sir. Otherwise, you may send no chat
Yeah,
box.
sir. Actually, I couldn't get you, sir. Can you repeat, please?
Yes, yeah. Why not? Why not, sir?
Yeah.
Just those names you told, na, where we can use SQL or Django or
Yeah, yeah.
Panda.
This one. I got your point. I think this
Yeah,
slides. This one, na?
yeah.
Yeah. So this is one official means website of AWS documentation. So there are three field, means three column. The topic name is the website page name is the database services, and there are
Okay.
three column database types means which particular database model we are going to apply, and use case means where it can be applicable, and the name of that service offered by the AWS. So simply, if anyone looking for only RDS, relational database service, so use cases of RDS like traditional application, like enterprise resource planning, customer relation management, it means whatever we work over the traditional relational management system. So for that, they are offering these three services: traditional Amazon RDS, and here what you can do, if you don't have any database engine, everything you can opt from AWS marketplace. Only you need to create your account. So initially, as a free tier service, they will provide you 50 GB of storage, or they will provide all kind of the functionality. What kind of the functionality means? You can replicate your database for the backup, you can create CloudWatch service for the alerting or for the logging, even you can create your IAM user for your staff. So these all the services for RDS. Now, what is the Amazon Aurora? So basically, Amazon Aurora, it is also kind of the RDS service, but here it it will performing on the cluster base, means in terms of the distributed nature, and it is quite fast than RDS. And basically Amazon RDS is the most popular and fastest cloud data warehouse. So suppose if you are looking for the warehouse purpose, so or in the traditional CRM, so anyone can service, but thing is that in RDS you have, they will provide the particular storage in RDS itself, but in the Amazon Aurora the S3 service will be supported, means using Amazon S3 simple storage service, you can use Amazon Aurora. So thing is that it can have a unlimited memory, means because we already know S3 service is the object storage service. So we need to set all the rules, all the functionality, and we need to choose the dynamic, means a database engine. Your database engine may be the any kind of the engine. So with the help of these three services, you can use your relational database, or you can design your relational database. Now coming to the key value, and combinedly I'll explain key value, document, by column, and graph based. So these four are based on the NoSQL database. So for the key value, Amazon DynamoDB, and here at the runtime you can scale up your database, means suppose number of transaction per second, means your customer or your client are increasing day by day, so it is not your concern because it is totally fully managed by the AWS. Just you need to just check whether in which particular situation your database requests are coming. So automatically if you have set the rules, so DynamoDB will increase your limit of your storage, of your processing. So it is kind of a also a server. So by taking the Amazon DynamoDB database, all kind of the database functionality you can add over the key value pair, document based model, byte column. But thing is that actually in simple I am telling all are easy, but whenever you will not gone through the hands-on session, you will not realize what is the functionality. So these are the use cases of key value pair, high traffic web app, e-commerce system, gaming application, and documents for the billing, invoice, content management, catalog, and user profile. And thing is that this document based model is also compatible with the MongoDB, and MongoDB is the database engine is offered by the Google. Or byte column, Byte column, basically it is the industrial high scale application for equipment maintenance and fleet management and route optimization. So basically it is Amazon Key Space service, and it is compatible with the Apache Cassandra. So this service is also a NoSQL service. Now graph based. So graph based is a use cases like fraud detection, credit card fraud detection, social networking, and recommendation engine. And Amazon Neptune is the service which is also it is initially it was the DynamoDB, but now these days they changed the service name and they called is the Amazon Neptune service. So based on the database type, based on the use cases, we can have choose this service. So this is the official AWS documentation. But thing is that until unless we will not create our account on AWS, so I just show you, like this is my AWS account and I'm going to services. So suppose here I am writing like Mongo DynamoDB. Okay, so manage. So first we should aware about that database type. So there are lot of things to learn, so that then student can learn. So thing is that create table, getting starting. So all the manual and guides are there. So even we can create table, we can import the table. Suppose there are already created table, so all the table can be imported from anywhere. So like create table. So table name, you can give your table name, and any field you can show your number, binary, or primary key. So primary key can be your number also, binary and string. So thing is that your primary key, there are three fields. Okay. So thing is that after creating that, we can set a multiple rules. So now it is actually thing is that first we need to take a tour of all AWS services in terms of the database. So what I'll suggest to all of you, whenever you actually I'm just also learning AWS, so that's why I always talk about the AWS. But it is up to you if you are looking for the Google Cloud, Azure Cloud. So basic terminology is same, basic concept are same. Only terminology of like naming nomenclature will be changed. So now coming to the service, just a bit. Okay, so like if I'll come to the service, so you can see there are a lot of services like for compute, blockchain, management, storage. Even you can see these are the database RDS, DynamoDB, Elasticsearch, Neptune, Amazon Redshift, Amazon. So means in a 1 hour 30-minute session, it is not means possible that I can go with all the kind of the session. But as I suggest to all of you, it is there are 15 to 20 minutes reading material of each services, so that your student can start working on these services. Okay, sir.
Yes, okay. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Any other question from participant side? So, Dr. Aisawano, madam, should I leave meeting or should I stay?
Sir, any more queries from participants side? I think no queries, sir.
Okay, so I'll share all these slides to you by just right now after this session.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, sir. Your session was quite knowledgeable. And one more request, as I expressed yesterday, can you please join us for our valedictory today evening, sir, with the same link?
Okay, sure, ma'am.
We
I will
have
be
planned
there.
at 3:30, sir. If at all it is preponed or postponed, I'll let you know.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure.
Thank you so much for your valuable session, sir. Have a good day.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, all the
Thank you,
professors
sir.
and all the faculty
Thank you.
members. Thank you very much.